In the following, you're gonna see some of the struggles that I ended up with today. Some curveballs that were thrown at me, and right now you can see that the road is very smooth, very favorable, very flat, no hills, very little wind, and everything's going great. But a lot of times we have a plan for maybe for the day, for the next few hours, for the week, whatever it might be. And we know that there's going to be some unforeseeable obstacles. Something's going to pop up that's going to complicate the matter. It's never going to work out exactly like the way we planned it, right? Sometimes when you're at work, you think you've got your day planned out, your to-do list, all the things you're going to be doing for that day, and none of it works out that way because all these things keep popping up and you're putting out fires all day long. And the next thing you know, you maybe only got 20% of your list done. Point is that for me today, I had these obstacles, these deviations, these bad information, but it doesn't always stay that way. And just because right now it may not look good, it doesn't always stay that way. Things keep changing, they keep evolving, they keep moving forward. Change is inevitable. And we can accept that and say, I'm gonna work around that, I'm going to adapt to that. Or we can just say, okay, that's it, I'm gonna do something else. Or we can have an attitude that stays frustrated, that stays bitter. For some people, that attitude can be so bad that it holds them back for 20 years. They're still mulling over some wrong, something that didn't go right 20 years ago. They're still blaming someone else for the condition of where they're at right now. It doesn't matter. Because Napoleon once said that if your eyes are focused on the goal, the obstacle has to move. And for me, several miles back, which you'll see in the following, I had one obstacle after another. Uncomfortable roads, gravel, bad bridges, bad advice. Bad advice by somebody that was very well-meaning. Even so, because my goal is Baton Rouge today, eventually the road turned into this. It turned smooth. Now I'm not there yet, and I'm not mad about what happened earlier. I'm happy that I'm here now because I got through it. Ahead of me, there might be some more obstacles, but I have a destination in mind. That's to be hosted by Mark. Thank you, Mark. And when I get there, all of this is not going to matter. All the obstacles will be overcome. All the hang-ups, all the little things that I didn't think were going to work out, all the unexpected stuff, that's not going to matter anymore because I will be where I chose to arrive, where I want to go. You just got to keep pushing, right? I said earlier. So hang in there. Keep going. It will change. It will. All right, folks. We are now leaving Lafayette on our way to Baton Rouge, where I found a host through Warm Showers, and he works, so he says like he'll be available after 6 p.m. If I get there early, which I'm hoping, then he'll be able to give me time to look around and see some cool spots in Baton Rouge and some of the really historical areas. Whew. Can you guys hear that? That's the Acadias. When they're closer, they're really loud. It's pretty cool. So as I said before, I really feel safer on the I-10 because I have that wide shoulder. And what I'm seeing if I can do is that I'm seeing how far when I get to the other side of Lafayette, there should be less bridges and stuff, so I'm going to try to hop on the I-10 there. And there's this one bridge that goes for 20 miles over the swamps, and then I head north because to cross into Baton Rouge there's two bridges. There's one, the I-10, and then there's one north of it on the 190. But my host Mark, he's saying that a lot of people prefer to take the 190 when they cross over. Maybe it's because like the one that I crossed back in Sulphur. Yeah, but overall I feel good. And yesterday I was going over my route, the schedule, and they have all these different apps, and I tried several of them and I didn't really like them because they're just not as accurate as Google Maps. And even though I have my complaints about Google Maps, the accuracy of where I currently am is really, really good. So it's like looking at a paper map, you know. If you know where you are, then you can figure out ways to get around things, ways to get to certain places. And the other apps were either too slow or they were inaccurate. And then there's also other maps. What are that? Oh, look, baby donkeys. There's also other apps. I'm sorry, like maps. Like there's like a cycling map that takes you through the southern tier route. And I think the southern tier route those maps are okay, but they put you on all these small backcountry roads, places where you're gonna get chased by dogs and so on. And for me, it's like, number one is safety, so I want to ride as safe as possible, but also I don't want to take forever getting from one point to the next, because it's just like, yeah, the scenery is great, but look, this scenery is great also. Well, it'll take you on roads like this, right? But the city is great, but you can get off and you can see stuff. And so I don't really like those maps because in some places they take you into areas that are flooded or they're unnecessarily circuitous, too many turns, too many possibilities to get lost. So basically, I guess that I'm doing my own route. Good news is that I'm recording the entire route. I have another app running, and it tracks my location. Oh, wait a minute, I turned off the right. Hang on a second. Let's see. I think I turned right. Yeah. There's a sheriff train. Okay, see? So in some cases it'll put you on a dirt road, those maps. I mean, Google Maps will do it sometimes too. Yeah. So I'll chime in some more in a bit. So this goes on for 20 miles. This bridge is called the Atchafalaya Bridge, and what it goes over is called the Atchafalaya Basin, which basically is a swamp. Because of all the rains, it's basically turned into a lake. And this goes on for quite a ways. It's nice that I have these nice big shoulders to go on. And the road is fairly smooth, there's no wind. visitor center. It's like right smack in the middle of the swamp, and it says that it's like the biggest swamp area in America. So, giant turtle. Have these gardens here. I think this is one of the boats that they used to use on the rivers. I haven't seen any gators yet. No alligators. I've seen a lot of dead turtles on the road, and yeah. So this is a very nice spot. It's like a good place to camp if I wasn't if I wasn't going a lot further than this. And I'm gonna get back on the highway. There's an area that says that it's like the shoulder is really narrow for 1.5 miles, but I'm hoping it's not too narrow because the last shoulder that I had was really nice. So, all right, so we're gonna take a different route. I just passed the visitor center, and this nice lady told me to not get on the I-10 because it's really accident prone. And then like there is a stretch that is like for 1.5 miles that doesn't have any it's a very narrow shoulder. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go north, and we got to get to this highway called the 190 anyway, because that's the bridge we're gonna cross. We're not gonna cross the I-10. So from there we'll go straight, and then we'll go that way until we hit the 190, and then we'll get across. So there it is. Road experts, can you see the nonsense in this? Okay, so on the I-10, you're basically in some places you're not allowed to be on the highway, right? So then you get re-deviated over here to this highway where you are allowed, which is the other I-90. Now people will say like, oh no, the I-10 is too dangerous and stuff, right? But this is the alternative. Look at this. If you look at the other videos, how wide of a shoulder lane do I have on the I-10? Look at the condition of this road versus this where the bikes are allowed. See, so it's like there's a greater chance of getting a flat. Road's bumpy. You don't have a wide shoulder like you do on the I-10. And the cars are going on my left just as fast and the trucks are just as big. So, yeah, and look at this bridge. Tiny, right? Not cool. Louisiana. Louisiana does not like that. I should not have listened to that lady in the visitor center. Look at this. At least on the I-10 I had shoulder. Here I got nothing. And I don't know how long this bridge goes for like this. I'm not a happy camper right now. Just want to illustrate a little bit about storm damage in this area. All these poles are electric, but they've been blown so hard that they're no longer at a 90-degree angle. They're pretty bent. And I can't imagine how the people in this area just had to endure all of that, you know. Their homes may have been destroyed. How do you rebuild from that? How do you come back from that? How do you bounce back from that? And insurance companies take forever to give you the money, and then they don't give you what you're actually owed. Government programs aren't kicking in, at least not to the right people. But this is what you got to deal with, you know, because if you live here, you got nowhere else to go. Because you got power lines that are still down, they haven't been repaired yet. I think a lot of times when you don't have a choice and it's just given to you like that, nothing you can do is build back up. You know? You can't leave, you gotta face it, you gotta finish what you start. You don't have a choice. Yeah. There it is, folks. There's the next big bridge. And I really hope it's easier to cross than the one over Lake Charles. Well, we'll find out. Hey everybody, so this is Danny.
Hello everybody.
He was kind enough to give me a ride across the bridge because there's no way the bike would have gone on there. And this is my drop-off point. So thank you so much, Danny.
No problem. I'll be good luck to you.
I'll be posting this maybe tonight or tomorrow night. So here we are,
right,
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm gonna stop by the supermarket real quick, and then pick up a few items, and then go over to Morpheus. Long day, very long day. Hi everybody. So I arrived yesterday in Baton Rouge, and this is Mark.
Hello.
He's kind enough to host me, and so I'm at his place, and last night he gave me a walking tour, went to go eat, and we saw some very, very cool places in Baton Rouge. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and like and share with your family and your friends. Thank you.